Oh, I didn't even use this. Minim. Wait, did I actually show that to you? I was looking ahead. Pokemon Minim. Shopkins. Okay, I admit, I don't know what this is other than cute. And one of those tiny Barbie fairy friend things. Dolls for dolls, always good. Don't want to run out of room. So yeah, yes, we have some gear. I've been cutting the cleats off the bottom of this Made to Move soccer shoes to try to make them a little more normal shoes. And some hair. Oh, thank you. This is a fantastic color. And my hair is that color when it's freshly dyed sometimes. And I do appreciate these. I have a couple dolls I've been thinking of rerouting in purple. But I don't quite have enough of the fiber that I want to use, so if I'm ever in the mood to reroute again, this is a great color. And yes, I knew you would be sending me a box of projects. That's fine. Beverly Hills 90210, Dylan, I think, Luke Perry. I never had any of the Beverly Hills 90210 guys. I didn't realize their neck articulation was like that. Although I guess at the time there was a Ken head where the head went into the neck like that. I just never realized they had it. I actually figured they just had a cut joint like every other Ken at the time. He smirk. And the G.I. Joe, I believe he was the 442nd Infantry Nisei. I only say that because I had one. And that's another one I have looked at in photos and thought, well, it wouldn't be too bad to have them again. Of course, you can see, compared to Barbie, Joe has a teeny tiny head. But still. And I know a lot of people complain about the way that these 90s G.I. Joes are built. And yes, it is a very burly little body, but I have discovered if you break them apart at the waist and put like half-inch extension in and then putty it all back together, suddenly they are about Ken proportions. I mean, they don't even seem burly anymore. They seem perfectly, I won't say slender, but perfectly fine. So if you ever have a Hasbro G.I. Joe from the 90s you want to deal with, that's one way. And we have another Briar Horse Rider kid. This is the kid body. The Briar Horse Rider adult body is pretty much the 1970s Mego action figure lady body, which is considerably different from this. But the kid body has its uses. Right now I have a pumpkin head on the kid body, so I could do another pumpkin head. Let's see where I go next. I'll go with Ariel. I said, Tycho Ariels, come and go with me. He said, I feel bad. I never really... I was in college when the Disney Renaissance happened. And I feel horrible because I didn't really connect with the Disney stuff like a lot of other people did. So I feel like I'm being mean to your childhood favorite when I don't gush over Disney, but she could be fun to repaint. This is, again, this is one of the Frozen girls, right? Kid version. Because I'm horrible with Disney. Holly Hobby. Holly Hobby was a thing when I was a kid, and I had some Holly Hobby stuff, but I didn't even know there were dolls back then. That's what it happens when you live before the internet. Is this a Ginny? It just says Hong Kong on the back of her head. Oh no, it does say. I cannot read that tag. I don't know if this is a Vogue Jenny from the 70s style versions, not the ones like Madame Alexander's. Still, you know I like kid dolls. And speaking of kid dolls, this is the Madame Alexander. What were they called? They weren't called travel dolls or dolls of the world. These showed up in Tuesday Morning a year or so ago. They are technically articulated, but it's really weird articulation. You have to sort of hold them in just the right place to get them to their arms and knees to move. And they all had the same head sculpt. And I think they did another line of like fairy tale princesses, you know, ones that you know from Disney movies, but they were not the Disney versions, with the same head sculpts and body. And I had one and I gave it to somebody, and now I have one again to experiment more with. Of course, they have a harder vinyl head, so she might be a little bit harder to reroute if I decide to go that route. And speaking of kid dolls, good Malibu Skipper with her glasses still sewn in place. They actually have a Francie and a Malibu Barbie. This is the Skipper that I grew up with. The 60s Skipper who persisted well into the 80s. So I really like having this version of her. I think I don't have any Skippers. I can't remember if I have Skipper with this head right now. I might, but I don't think I have the mod face paint. It's I always loved how just serious to outraged she looked. And a Hermione from the early 2000s. I know Mattel is releasing all new Harry Potter dolls with the really, probably much better bodies. And then I see an entire, well, no kids, but most of the Sunshine family with all of their eyes and some of their original clothes. Grandma and Grandpa, I think, are interesting. I've had and passed them on before. But maybe now I'll actually do something with them. His beard is hilarious. I think he would make a good dwarf. Fantasy dwarf. And one thing about these dolls is they don't age well because they have really, really soft arms and really hard plastic legs. So when they sit in storage forever with an arm by a leg, the arm melts the leg. And the arm melts the body. I know a lot of 70s dolls have that problem, probably just because that's when they started making more soft plastic bodies. Like, they're probably okay. I mean, their arms are probably melted at their shoulders, but their bodies should be fine because they have clothes to protect their hard plastic from their soft plastic. Let's see. Who's next? Who's next? Okay, I'll take you, because I can't tell who you are. You are... It's another clone doll, kind of familiar from my childhood, but not quite. No, made in China. See, my childhood is when everything said made in Hong Kong. And then in, what is it, 96, around 96, 95, 96, 97, 96 or 97, Hong Kong stopped being a British colony and went back to being part of China. So I'm sure they're made in the exact same factories, it's just they started getting marked China then instead of Hong Kong. And we have Maxie's friend. I've had Maxie come and go and I've never been impressed with Maxie, but I have always liked her friend. So this is finally a Hasbro Maxie of a sort who will stay here. I can't remember her name. It's not Kimberly, but she is totally Kimberly. So I don't even remember seeing this doll in the stores as a kid. I just remember seeing Maxie and intensely disliking her, because as someone with brown eyes and from a family of people with red hair, I probably would have been interested in this doll. So that should be fun. I'll finally actually pay attention to a doll with that body. I feel like I should know who this head is. I don't know, Live Buddy. Live Buddies are great for matching dolls who's Barbie. Barbie bodies just don't match the head skin to them. And this is a fun hybrid. I almost remember this line of very stylized Disney dolls, but not quite. But putting it on this ridiculous body, I think, was a good move. I'm trying to get all... Yeah. Yeah, this doll will be fun. I can't wait until it cools off outside and I can go out and take pictures of dolls outside and ridiculous pictures of dolls outside. Okay, so who we have down here? Oh, we have a brunette Darcy CoverGirl who does not seem to have too much inner verdigris seeping through. Let's see how much I can clean her up. She still has a lot of her original curl too. It'll be fun comparing her to the other Darcy CoverGirl I have. The knockoff Tammy, I think. Or is it knockoff? Yeah, knockoff Tammy. Let's see, made in Hong Kong. This body shows up on a lot of dolls, and it's funny, like it has this notch in its foot, so I guess so sandals can slide on, hiccups, slide on and get held in place. This is not the one. Some of them have these two little nubs in the back. This one doesn't have it. And of course these very pert little breasts. I should reroute one of these. Even though her short hair is fun. She's looking very, Three's Company Twist of Wit right here. Alright, I'm rambling. The box is almost empty. I'm just getting distracted. And this is Ideal's, was this Tammy? No. Hold on. Okay. I think this is the Ideal grown-up Tammy doll, and that's why she wasn't quite looking right to me. So I had one of these before. She obviously needed a little bit of work. I'll restore her, or I could customize her. A very nice mod twist and turn Barbie. So I had one of these that was not in great shape, and I had rerouted her with pink hair and found a new home for her. And I looked at the pictures of her and thought, oh, it would be nice to have her. But her hair, this one has hair in really good shape. I might just clean her up. and see what happens. Oh yeah, this is one of the first dolls. This is not Twist and Turn, because this is the original standard Barbie body. I'm rambling, I'm getting into stuff that I only know a little bit about, and I need not to try to sound like an expert on stuff I'm not expert on. Another skipper. Another good 60s, 70s face. Is this, I can't tell if she has the wires in her hair, or if it just really needs to be. Yeah, she has the wires in her hair. Okay, so this is Quick Curl Skipper. And, I've heard that those are fun to restore because of all the little tiny wires. And you're almost done with me. I don't at all know what this is besides, oh, it has 1995, what's the company name? It has, aside from the terribly appropriative graphics, it has fiber optics going up into the hair. Coming out the back. What is the company name on this? Timex. I think I remember Timex. So yeah, that's Oh yeah, there's some fiber optics coming out into her chest too. Okay, she went into a base and saying there can't possibly be a battery in there, not with 1990s technology. Okay, it looks like she went to a base to light up the fiber optics. Which I might pull out something with an LED in it and see if that'll work to light that up. I have no idea what this is. I don't remember this. Again, I was a bit of a doll snob in the 90s. It was only about Barbie, Barbie, Barbie. Let's see, who are you? Your shoe is falling off. Oh, you're adorable, whoever you are. She feels like a... Yeah, she's a Hong Kong clone of some sort. She has the neck. But she is adorable. Is she a knockoff on something? Do you recognize her? Oh, I already put away. Yeah. Watch me get sidetracked. Where is that little girl? Nope, not a knockoff of that. Not a knockoff of... Was this Tootie? Was this Tootie? I can't remember. She doesn't look quite evil enough to be Tootie. But she's great. I like your outfit. Oh, I got sidetracked. She's another... No, she's not Ideal. She's another Hong Kong clone, is she? No. Unique Dolls. So I don't know if she's a clone or if she's what all the clones are clones of. Interesting. That's a very crunchy dry hair fiber. Is it rooted? Oh yeah, it's rooted all the way. It's got a full part, so her hair could go into pigtails if it doesn't all snap off because it's so dry. That's interesting. I'll have to look up. Okay. I don't know if I've seen a doll with an ear that deep before. Can you see how deep that ear is? Yes, I've definitely been talking a long time and I'm getting weird. I'll try to finish it up. She is also familiar. Intrad, 1982. Hong Kong. I feel like she's something that I should know what she is, but I don't know. I mean, this is a doll I should have seen when I was a kid, but she's not familiar. It's just that early 80s aesthetic that fills me with nostalgia. And she's just fun. Although I will be painting her eyes brown at the least. Oh, she has hooks and eyes. I'm sure if I dig far enough in, she'll just say Hong Kong on the back. In Hong Kong CPC. She get curly, her hair curled if not a root, and her eyes painted brown. But she gets to keep this ridiculous body. Let's see, there's a doll in a box at the bottom. I'll get to that in the bottom. In the end, we have lots of shoes. So I finally broke down and cut my pair of Wonder Woman boots, cut off the greaves, so it's just the sandals. But I thought it would be amusing to still have it, so now I do still have a pair. And let me guess, are these from Poison Ivy? Yes, DC. So Poison Ivy. G.I. Joe Action Figure Boots. These might be from that. Oh no, they say KGB on the bottom, so they're not from the Nisei. Are these also Superhero Girls boots? I know, I should pay more attention to DC Superhero Girls on it. These are Supergirls boots. Okay, so it's nice to have these shoes for larger feet, because I have some, but not enough to keep everyone dressed. And if you have this Wonder Woman dress, and if you have the patience and very sharp scissors, you can carefully snip this stitching and cut these bits off, and actually it's a very nice long blue dress. I never did get this doll. I looked at this doll a lot, and I almost bought her a lot, but I actually realized she has the same head sculpt as Rainbow Bright and the Mountain Climber. When I say Rainbow Bright, I don't mean the old vintage 80s doll. It's that new Barbie with the really lovely dark skin and the metallic rainbow foil dress. So she has the same head sculpt as the Mountain Climber and that sherbet-haired doll who came in that dress. Alright, so there's one more thing left in the box. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a two-part video because I see it's at 53 minutes already, and we've, that's with the few minutes before I had to go say hello. So this is Kenzie, Avon doll. Kenzie will be your best friend. Let's see. You can have fun styling her pretty hair and posing her in lots of different positions. Get ready for lots more fashion fun and collect these other stylish outfits only from Avon. Kenzie loves to share her outfits with other 11.5-inch dolls. Additional fashion outfits sold separately. Like Kenzie's party time outfit. Party perfect. Pretty dress outfit. Pretty dress up outfit that dazzles with color. And Kenzie's wintertime outfit. Casual times call for this colorful and sporty look. 1990. So here is, yes. Let's see, get this angled so it's not a glare. There we go. Kenzie Avon fashion doll. Contents 11.5-inch doll, includes gown, necklace, shoes, and gloves. I'm just letting the 90s-ness of this come through. Oh, she did have her shoes still. Those are interesting shoes. Definitely not, and I'm not saying this sarcastically, they are definitely not a knockoff of anything Barbie. Let's see. Let's compare her to her box art. See if we get the box art not to glare. This is This is her a few years later, I'd say. And this is the very young Kenzie. I wonder who made these. She feels pretty solid. Does she say anything on her? Sorry, doll, looking at your butt. I know we've just met. Nothing personal. Anyway. So she will definitely get some pictures. I'll see if I can figure out if I can get her hair all bouncy again. She looks really familiar though. So Super 90s Kenzie is the finale to this amazing box. And like I said, I'm guessing that this will have been part 2 because we're right around an hour at this point. Because I didn't expect the box to be, I mean, he said that it would be a big box, but I didn't expect it to be this big. So now I'm going to have plenty to do with getting stuff organized and put away while this video renders, and then I edit it, and then render it again, and we upload it, and I hope you've had fun with this too. Thanks to Flo for these dolls, and thanks to Heybug for these. And I will see you again next week. Bye.